Okay, hello. This video today is about the Buzzsaw Report Manager, and I'm going to turn my microphone down. Hopefully, it's not too loud here. We're going to install it. You got to get this zip file, which you can get from us at Buzzsaw, and it'll have these two files in it. Make sure you extract these two files out. I just drag them out to my desktop. You don't want to try to run them from in the zip file. And then when you get them out, you want to run setup.exe, which will take you through the setup. Now, if you already have installed it, it's going to prompt you to uninstall the old one first. So make sure you uninstall the old one if you have an older one, which you probably don't if you're watching this video, but regardless. Now, what this tool does while we're installing here is it allows you to create spreadsheet templates that can extract data from Buzzsaw forms, Buzzsaw professional forms. And what I mean by that is, here's Buzzsaw. This is a Buzzsaw professional form. It's an RFI log, and you'll notice it has some data in it. And I can click on this to open up this form and see the data that is part of that form. Some of the data is in the log here, but not all of it. Some of it is only in the form, but we want to have access to all the data in Buzzsaw, not just what's available through the log. Okay, so all of these fields here that have data in them, and this is some dummy data, we want to be able to extract that out. Now, you can extract a log by just clicking this button here, which will open it in Excel, but that may not be everything you want. Let me shrink this up a bit. So see, now I've got the log out to Excel, and that was pretty easy. But there's a couple problems with that. One is I have to go in and click that button, so I have to log into Excel and do it. Number two is if I want to get data from across 10 different logs, I have to go click that once per log and then merge them together in Excel somehow. And number three is, of course, it doesn't have everything. It only has what's in the log. So there could be stuff on these forms that I can't get to. So those are the problems with using this. Although this is very good when it works, it's very fast and easy, but there are times when you need more. So let's close that document. So under your add-ins menu, or if you're using an older version of Excel, it'll just say Buzzsaw Data Access up here at the top. You should see this here. It has two items. One is the update, and this is how you get new data, and the other one is how you set up your spreadsheet. So I don't know if I don't know if you need to or not, but I'm going to create a new blank worksheet just for safety, and I'm going to say settings, and we're going to look here. Now I haven't run this; I just installed it. So the first thing I need to do is connect to a site. So I'm going to call this my Wyndham report site, and it's Wyndham Homes, and I'm going to put in my Buzzsaw username and password. And then I'm going to test the connection to make sure that that is all okay. And if it grays out and says save, then I'm ready to go. So I've saved it. Next step is to go over to the Logs tab, grab any and all logs that you want to report on. This can take a while if you've got a lot of logs. So there's no shortcut really than just going down and saying, where are your form logs? And nice thing is you only have to do this one time. And I believe you can do a multi-select. Maybe not. I thought you could. Let's see, can you do that? No. You got to do them one at a time. Sorry, people. We'll add that to the feature list. Let's just grab everything here. Now, normally you probably wouldn't grab everything because, how often are you going to want to report on so many different types? But regardless, there we go. Let's just grab, and this is the one I really wanted to grab was the RFI. Okay, so now we have 12 logs. Now, if we go to the data fields tab, you'll see there are 12 tabs associated with those. And I'm going to go to the very last one out here, which is RFI, and I'm going to load that. So what it did was it went out to the Buzzsaw site and it grabbed all the fields off of those forms. Here are the names of them, so I can pick the ones I'm interested in. I want the respond by, I'm going to sort these by name. I want the answer, the attachments, the author, cost, impact, discipline, drawing number. I don't know what links marker is. I think that tells you if there are links. I'm going to go ahead and grab that. The location, the project name, project number, question, recipient, schedule, impact, spec section, subject. I want them all, okay? And you can order them up by doing this. Like if I want, I can sort by position. So if I want the question to be field number 2, I can come over here and make this number 2, like that, and then that'll reorder everything after it. So you can't drag and drop things up and down, but you can change the order like this. If you need to know what something is, you can click the details and it may show you a little more detail about what it says around that field in the form. And the other thing is if you want something to come in as a certain type of data, you can say this should come in as a number. Project number should come in as a number. You don't have to do that. You can leave it clear data and it'll just come across and then you can tweak it if you need to. So I'm just going to save that there. And I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to go back over here. So far, all the logs I picked are in Austin. I'm going to go into Dallas. There's a log in there that I want to use. I'm going to grab that one right there and bring that in also. That has only one form in it. I'm not going to do anything other than just bring it in. Okay, so there we go. Save that, close. Now we're back in Excel. We've got our thing set up. So what I can do now is go in and choose, right click on the cell that I want to start in and choose the field that I want to uh, add in there. And you can see here's all the logs I added. And I can go in and I can pick any field that I picked and I can include that right there in that cell. And then it's going to add them down the field as I go. So what I'm going to do is just grab everything. So I can say insert all selected fields. And then I get this dialog which says, how do you want to insert them? Do you want to extend or rewrite? Rewrite means overwrite what's there. Extend means insert. I'm going to say rewrite. And I'm going to say also add all site logs that match this one. So this is where if you're interested in more than just the one log that you've picked, you check this and it'll go grab everything else off the site that matches. But you have to have added it to that list in the settings dialog. So if you didn't add it, it won't be added to your report. So make sure any data you're interested in is in that report. Now you see it's creating all these columns here, and they all have sort of some comments on them that show me where it's going to come from. Okay, so I can see what's going to be what. That way, if I wanted to go in here and put titles in, I could do that. Date, question, and so on. Answer. Then I can, then I can go in and format my fields and whatever. Make this color. Okay, so now that I've got that ready to go, my report is ready. I'm just going to say Buzzsaw data access. I'm going to say update all, or I could do it from right here. Same thing. And what it will do is go out to Buzzsaw, look at the logs that match, the ones I picked, and it'll bring the data down and put it in the appropriate places. It can take a minute to get started here. And there it is. So there's the log data that I pulled out of the log. Now, a lot of these, so you can see these came down as dates. These came down as values. What are these? These are the document numbers. Everything came down pretty much like it was in the log. And now that I have this, I can save this thing, and anytime I want to, I can go and rerun it just by right-clicking here and saying Buzzsaw Data Access Update. So if I want to refresh the spreadsheet, I don't have to go out to Buzzsaw and do the export across all the logs. I can just bring it down this way. That's pretty much it. That's the Buzzsaw Data Access. Now, one other thing is if you want to move this spreadsheet to another computer so that someone else can run it, there's an external file this creates that you need to get. And that file lives under My Computer. You go into C:, and you go into Documents and Settings, and you go into your username here, Application Data, and under Buzzsaw Report Manager configuration, there's a thing called config.xml, and oddly, it isn't there. It should have been there. Let me go to, maybe it's under all users instead of under that. Let's see. Holy cow, I don't know where it is, but it should be right there under. Oh, I'm under the wrong, not Buzzsaw Report Manager. Let me delete that. That's old. That was the old name of the thing. It's now called Buzzsaw Data Access. My bad. So there it is. You need to grab that file and give it to the other person who wants to run this report. and then they need to put it in the corresponding location. Obviously, it'll be a different name here. It won't be Pratt J. It'll be whoever their login name is. But they need to put this XML file into their system. Of course, they also need to have the add-in installed, and then it should run on another system than just yours. Okay, hope that helps.